share, and subscribes. We're on our way, fam. Oh, crap. I forgot to put it in the GPS. We're going to a different Crumble today. 1 second, please. 'Cause I love you and I miss you as a baby. You's just a crazy little baby boy. We're on our way to get Crumble cookies. We got some free time before we got to get back to work. Yes, we do. We got some free time. I put in Crumble cookies in the GPS and it's pulling up Brumble bikes. No, sir. So it's going to show me every Crumble cookie besides the ones that are nearest to me. That makes sense. All internet day. That's the one. Why are you shaking, bud? You okay? It's just raining. Ooh, baby, it's raining, raining. Ooh, baby, it's raining. Come in to me. Come in. Yo, I still can't get over the fact of what the heck that song's all about. Someone ruined my life. I need people to not tell me. I need people to not tell me what songs mean. Okay, let me just ignorantly enjoy the songs by myself. Good morning. Let's see. We got Carrie on the check-in. Waylon, Jeannie, how are you guys? Briskies wearing his little raincoat today. How cute does he look? These little cutie patooties. Jojo, good morning, everybody. Ruby Ann, good morning with the GM skis. General manager. That's what Ruby Ann is. She's the general manager. GM. Head senorita in charge. The HSIC. I almost messed that up really bad. 'Cause I miss you is a baby. I remix songs all the time. Good morning, good morning. Oh yes, just gonna listen in from work again. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support, man. I woke up this morning, 22,000 subs. I was like, what is going on up in here in the city? We're getting that protection from that third eye right there. 'Cause I miss you, baby. You know, for someone who is not in a relationship, I sure do love songs, man. But I've always enjoyed R&B and love songs. I think some of us are just born lovers. You know what I mean? I think some of us are just born lovers. Some people have that lover gene, that romantic gene, and some people don't. Trust me, I've dated a few that don't have it. And yeah, it's just, I love me a good, like, what do they call that? A ballad? A nice good ballad? Oh, 'cause I miss you. Like, what the heck? I think we all, I think inherently, at least most of us, I think we all love the feeling of that there's someone out there just thinking about us, right? Like, not like in a weird way, but like in a relationship way. Like someone's out there thinking about you. Oh, you get the random text. Oh, can I drop you off a coffee at work? Or surprise coffee drop off? You better stop it right now, senorita. You better stop it. Oh, I think we all just love that. So good. Like there's nothing better than like love. And the trick to life is that honeymoon phase, to keep it going. I think what happens in life, in relationships, is one person just stops dating. When you're dating someone, you have to be dating the whole time, man. You don't just like, all right, yeah, we settled down, now we're like roommates. It's for the birds. That happens to a lot of married people too. You gotta keep the spark alive. You gotta continue dating. You gotta have date night. You gotta do the random nothings, man. You gotta leave the little notes in the purse. You gotta leave the little sticky notes on the vanity mirror in the bathroom. You gotta do all these little things. And then when you have all those little things add up, baby. It's like, you ever seen those people that open up a piggy bank that they just putting money in there for years, and then they're like, what the heck? We got 30 grand. I mean, I don't have a piggy bank like that, but it's the same thing. Little actions equal big change, baby. All right, let's hop in the freeway here. 'Cause I miss you and I love you. Give you guys a little lovers and friends energy here on a Thursday, while Brisky Bear and I navigate people not knowing how to drive when it rains out, and some people going 80 miles per hour. Like people aren't afraid of hydroplaning. Okay, so no one's gonna let me over. I love that. I wish every single one of you a fantastic day, especially you, sir, who sped up as I put my blinker on. I hope that you have a fantastic day, sir. May all your dreams come true. Because obviously, you got some explaining to do, man. All right, we're on our way to Crumble Cookies. You have to stay affectionate. Yes. It's almost like you have to do all the love languages. You got to do acts of service. You got to do physical touch. You got to do quality time. You got to do words of affirmation. Ladies, words of affirmation for men. We will live on a compliment for months. You just got to throw random ones. Oh, I like your cologne. That color is good on you. Trust me, he's going to buy everything in that color from that move forward. So be careful with your compliments, though, because we're going to take them to the corazon. Oh, I like when you do this. But don't use that power for evil, because the intention will eventually come out one day, and we'll be like, hey, you said I looked really hot vacuuming all the time. You were just doing that so I would vacuum. Men are simpletons, but we're not dumb. Write that down. Very true. Some of us have more heart and soul. I agree. Nelly and Kelly Rowland. Oh yeah. Oh. I love that music video too. Carrie, keep that sub count up. We're trying. We're trying. We're out here just enjoying each other's time, having fun. I mean, we're about to go get some damn Crumble Cookies on a Thursday at 9:45 a.m. Why not? You okay, Bubby? You got the rainy day shaky shakes? Oh, I'm also getting hot. Give me 1 second, guys. I feel like I'm going through menopause. Going through like menopause. Angel, good morning. Jeannie, there's nothing sexier than a man doing housework. See? See what I mean? It's got to come from good intention now, not just to manipulate someone to do something. Be very careful, because true intentions always end up bleeding out, and the truth comes out always. It might take a while. You know, I've been in situations, friendships, work, relationships where like true intentions finally came out, and it might have taken a couple of years, but I finally got down to the point. I was like, all right, I see what's happening here. Boundaries. Truth always comes out. 'Cause I miss you is my baby. All right, guys. So I wrote down the cookies that we're getting this week. You guys ready? These are the cookies we're getting. So, by the way, Crumble cookies, just to let everybody know, they were closed on Christmas, obviously, but they were also closed on the day after Christmas. And yesterday, I just couldn't. I was running around like a maniac. I have a free about an hour and a half today, so that's why we're sneaking in this Crumble review. I almost wasn't able to do it this week, and the only reason we're sneaking it in is because I'm on my way to pick up some packages for New Year's Eve, and there's a Crumble cookies next to this facility. So I was like, you know what? Let's just smash it out. Let's do something for the familia. So these are the cookies that we're gonna get. So we're gonna grab the Brookie dough pie. It actually looked pretty good online. I was like, all right, we're getting that one. We're also gonna get the peanut butter, because you guys know I'm a peanut butter just fiend, and I love Snickers, which is a problem also, by the way. And then we're also gonna get the brown sugar cinnamon featuring the Pop-Tarts. Now, for myself, Pop-Tarts were a problem in high school for me. We'll talk about it while we eat it. And then the other two just weren't really calling out to me. They weren't calling out to me. There was a raspberry cheesecake, and usually I love the raspberry, the jams and stuff that they have. But for some reason this morning, I just wasn't in the mood for like cheesecake, anything cheesecake. Same thing, there's like a chocolate one. There's like a double or triple chocolate cookie. And I know that there's chocolate fiends out there. I'm just not a big chocolate person. Sometimes I am in the mood for it. But this morning I was like, no. So our fourth cookie is actually going to be, because I'm going to save it. I'm going to buy, I'm going to take a couple bites in the next few days on it. Is I'm going to get the OG just chocolate chip. You're probably saying, Loop, you just say you didn't want the chocolate. I don't mind chocolate chips in a regular cookie, but the chocolate cookie is like chocolate on top of chocolate on top of chocolate. Like it's a chocolate cookie with like a chocolate spread on top, and then it has curled, like shaved chocolate curls on top, and that's just like too much chocolate. It's too much chocolate. So that's what we're gonna have. I don't know if you guys have had them this week or not. You'll have to let me know. I know a lot of people just skip this week because of their like really weirdy schedule. Angel, peanut butter, hands up. You already know. All right, guys, we are about 10 minutes out. Here we go. So this is the time you got yours yesterday. All right, what was your favorite, Angel? This is the time of year also, guys, that all right, it's not as bright. I think it got like darker as we went south. This is the time of year where we start putting our plans together. It's a weird time of year too, right? It's a time of year where the holidays are over, the stress of the holidays are over. Well, over-ish. For event people like me, it's like, it's not really over until after New Year's Eve. And then I'm already planning something at the end of January, and we have a road trip coming up in February. It's like, it's a whole thing for me. But this is it's a great couple days to reflect on the year, right? What went right, what went wrong. Lindsay's texting me. All right, she's just sending me people for the guest list. It's just a great time to reflect, guys. So I hope you guys take the time You know, because we all can't just be walking around broken, right? I know we're all broken to a point, but we got to make sure that our brokenness, we don't pay that forward. We don't pay the pain forward. Like if you're the type of person that has a dash of ego or a dash of narcissism that you don't even know about, but you like deep down inside you know about it. You know, it's a good time to reflect on what type of person you want to be coming into 2024. You know what I mean? Shanice, good morning. Peanut butter and the brookie pie. All right, so we just got 2 of them. Should we just get 2 cookies then? Because the only 2 that I'm really excited about, maybe we'll just get 2 cookies this week. Since it's a half week, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a half cookie review. You know what? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the brookie and the peanut butter. Cosign. Angel made it happen, guys. Good morning, Shanice. Yeah, it's a good time to reflect, man. And it's hard. It's hard to have those tough conversations with yourself. But you almost have to retrain yourself to have those tough conversations. You almost have to seek them out. You almost have to be excited to have those tough combos. And even if you're not, there's a fake it until you make it mentality too. You're like, damn, I don't want to have this tough combo, but I'm excited for it. And then eventually it becomes your superpower. It goes, all right, I can set boundaries. I can set expectations on how I want to be treated as a coworker, as a friend, and not tolerate someone's lackadaisical way of living life, right? Or someone not seeing your point of view on things because they're so set in their ways. Like, it's okay. It's okay to set those boundaries, guys. I want you to. Trust me, you're going to live a nice, lighter, like you're going to feel lighter, and it's going to be brighter. It's a beautiful thing. And people that, the universe knows best, man. It's going to take those negative elements out of your life. And it's okay to miss people. It's okay to maybe miss a job that you liked. It's okay to miss an old friend. It's okay to miss an old, let's say you had to move or something. You miss your old house. It's okay to miss all these things. But what is meant to be will be. And the universe does a really good job of showing you the truth. And the universe does a really good job of allowing people to show you who they are. But it's your job as an individual to believe them when they show you who they are. It's your job. So you're going to have people like me, unfortunately, who is going to give people a million chances in little tiny ways, because you were just grown up with you were just raised with a forgiving heart. But after a while, just how we talked about it earlier, remember I said all those little things add up to something big? After a while, all those little transgressions will equal to a big act, and that's you setting your boundaries. So you have to love yourself enough to do that. You really do. You're the only person that you have to answer to at the end of the day. You know, and there's some people, whether they admit it or not, and they try to, you know, unless they have some sort of chemical imbalance and they need medication. But for the most of us, know exactly what's happening. You know exactly in your mind what you're doing wrong, but it's the narcissism in you, the ego, that won't allow you to accept it. You know, it's a very dangerous path in this world. We have people in this world that are walking around thinking they do nothing wrong. and that anybody who tries to show them something, what they did wrong or what have you, it conveniently it doesn't fit their narrative, so they just dismiss it. It's so, some people live in this convenient dream world in their head that if something, you know, it's a biased opinion if it's something against their opinion. It's like, what kind of bizarre world do we live in here? So what does all this mean, Lupe? Set boundaries for yourself. Be honest with yourself, because, you know, none of us are perfect, and I'm sure in all ways we probably all do a little bit of that. But there's some people out there that are just blatantly just, they have one goal in mind, whatever that goal is, and everyone is just dispensable. And the scary part is, you know, they probably think that they're smarter than what they really are. And they've gone away with it for a long time. So that's why I don't blame them. They've gone away with it for so long. You know, I used to have this really toxic boss who just, in his mind, he just did nothing wrong. And if you checked him or said anything, it was like, it was a biased opinion. I was just like, what a convenient way to live. What a convenient way to live. I wish I could do that. I can't. Because I objectively look at myself. I objectively look at a situation. I admit when I'm wrong. I say sorry. I even say sorry sometimes when I know 100% that it wasn't my fault on something. But those are very far and few in between. But if you catch yourself always apologizing for stuff that's not your fault, then situations. The universe gives us the opportunity to experience lessons, and it's up to us if we choose to follow them. Very true. Darcy, you stepped in it. Welcome. Being a true talker has consequences. Ooh. Sure does. Sure does. Sure does. You know what I try to always do? When you're having a tough conversation with someone and they immediately get defensive, it took me a lifetime to figure out all these, like, I should be a poker player, because I can just tell by I can just tell by little things. If someone immediately becomes defensive, trigger. Validated my whole point. So that's why I consciously, if someone's coming at me about something, I take a minute to process it. I go, okay. There's a thing called the power of the pause. No knee-jerk reaction, no defense, right up, just power of the pause. You know what I always say? I go like this. I go, interesting. And I just process it. There's no reason to rush into a defensive stance. It takes two people to have a conversation. So if I'm taking a moment to process things, or maybe I need a little space, then that's okay. But I know that it's a huge red flag when someone immediately gets defensive. It's like, oh, okay, you just showed your cards. You have a pair of threes. I have a full house over here, so I don't know what you're doing here. And they'll try to bluff their way out of everything. It's just the world, man. You have to remember, for every person that's like you, and if you can objectively look at yourself and say, I'm a good person. I try to do the best. I'm not selfish. I try to build community. I'm not just trying to use people. And you can objectively look at yourself like that, that's fantastic. Hold on one second, guys. But if you can't, in the game of poker of life, you have nothing to do but bluff. Try to turn people against people, try to bad talk people, try to make yourself seem bigger than you are. There's just so many different things, and it's crazy. The game of poker of life is wild, guys. Is wild. Yes, I know all the red flags now. Also, someone with zero compassion, empathy, and I always have to tell they're good. They always have to tell people they're a good person. Bingo. Jojo just hit it. Yeah, when they're actively always trying to do nice things for people and actually keeping a scoreboard of it, right? Or, in their mind, it's more of a to-do list. I got to go around and make sure I touch base on people. It's just so robotic and unsincere. Also, if you have to, what do people call it now? The ick. When someone hits you up and you know that they want something, you're like, oh, what do they want? What are they going to use me for today? Yeah, Jojo. And you only learn that with experience, right? With life. Unfortunately, like Shanice said, learning those damn lessons. The universe is like the biggest professor in the game. It's that professor that can give you great advice, but then also show you how to learn those lessons. Like, I wish you could just tell me the lesson and not make me experience it. But the universe says, oh, no. That's not how this works, sonny boy. You got to experience a little bit of this. It's like, damn it. Do I have to? All right, Tesla. Faster or slower, buddy? What are we doing? There you go. Was in a 6-year relationship with a yep. Totally toxic and destructive. Took over 2 years to heal, but my eyes are open now and boundaries are up. Yeah. And the problem is that, like, they paid that pain forward from, listen, we all have stuff that we've experienced through life, either through childhood, early adolescence, or early relationships, or what have you, and we haven't healed from that, so we pay that pain forward in a way. Some people almost never allow themselves. See, oh man, I'm trying to say like 10 things at one time. There's a difference between having boundaries and absolutely never being vulnerable, or allowing people in, allowing people to see the ugly parts of you. There's boundaries on how you want to be treated, but you can still have those boundaries and still allow yourself to be vulnerable, to have no ego. And I think sometimes people mix the two up. They say, never again. Never again. I am going to manipulate and just absolutely try to, just absolutely turn people against people. I'm going to protect myself by destroying the whole village first. That is not a healed person. Jojo, it sounds like you're a healed person. You said, all right, I've learned a lesson. I'm going to have my boundaries up. I'm not going to close myself off, and I'm not going to pay that pain forward to anybody else. I don't want them to feel what I just felt. So there's a fundamental difference between the two things, and I love that people are starting to realize that there is. And that just comes with maturity. Some people are just not mature, man. Either they've been coddled, right? They've just been given everything that they want, right? They've either they're having their cell phone bill paid, or credit cards paid, or maybe living at home. And there's nothing wrong with any of that stuff, but there does come a sense of maturity that comes along with all that stuff, right? And don't get me wrong, I wish I could move in with my parents. I wish I could have my bills paid. But I know that if I had all that stuff done for me, I wouldn't have matured and had to grown up so fast, right? Learn how to coalition build, know how to build a team, not just, wanting everything so fast. I'm always very wary now about people who want to jump in things without paying dues. Like, it took me forever. Like, I paid my dues in the different industries that I'm in. And it's always just fascinating when people are just like, oh yeah, I'm just like, whoa. What are we doing here? Slow it down. Slow it down. You got to pay your dues. You got to help out. You got to do this. You got to do, like, when I first moved to Rhode Island and I met some DJs and I got on the radio station, I was helping out. This is back before when DJs used to carry around these huge crates, guys, that had like 80 to 100. No, it wasn't 80. It was like 30 or 40 records in there. Records. These things are freaking heavy. And each DJ would have 6 or 8 of these. And these things were heavy. They'd have like 2 hip-hop ones, 1 R&B, 1 reggae, 1 like love songs for the end of the night. And man, you got to help out. You got to help out. And then eventually I got invited to slowly be part of events. I would have been extremely embarrassed to just jump in and been like, I'm owed this. So it's just wild, man. You also have to look at the pace in which people. I'm also very wary now of people that try to fast track their ways into my life. It's like, whoa. We've seen this movie before. Let's organically become friends. Same thing with I've been headhunted a little bit recently from different restaurants and even a restaurant group. And they want to sign me like right away. They want to do. And I'm just like, I was like, why don't we do these little tiny things first? Let's see how we communicate with each other, how we, when something stressful happens, how do you handle stress? How do you handle me giving you bad news? Or how do you deliver bad news to me? Right? Slow it down. Let's organically get into that groove. And a lot of that comes with maturity, right? With maturity, experiencing life. It's like that bum. It's not anymore. Ask for double the salary. It's see, thank you, Sally. See, for me, it's not even, here's the crazy part, guys. And I know you've heard people say this, and I know this sounds weird, but it's never been about money for me. And I think it's because I came from nothing. So it's more about, honestly, and I know not everyone, is that me? Oh, it's a different car. Oh, sorry, babe. You're gonna get cold. All right. For me, it's just been about having fun because I know how crappy life can be. So, and I know how life can be when money controls everything. And I'd rather just experience things, have fun with people around me, and just live a very kind of weird, unorthodox life. Like, I know some people save up money for like a big European trip. Like, for myself, I'd rather put my pennies away to go on, they save up all this money to go somewhere for like a week where they really don't get to enjoy something. They're just like, bam, 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 bam. And then they're so stressed before they leave. They're so stressed. Like, I'd rather save up my pennies and go on like month-long road trips to places and travel very slowly and with intention and see things.